How's it going, everybody? The Seer here, and I wanted to give a quick PSA in regards to the current bugs going on in Cosmic Crucible. There are a few right now, and let me go ahead and pull up my list. So the first things first, we're going to end up talking about Stage 6. In Stage 6, it looks like the Safeguard and Trauma is not working properly to where it's dropping off. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. For me, I did a big AoE attack. I didn't get any buffs that I ended up were able to copy or anything like that. So I'm really curious as far as what the main issue is, if they're going to be able to get that resolved or not, or if it's just going to be a broken room throughout the season. Another very interesting thing going on right now is several characters are spawning in with exhaust. The characters that we currently know are going to be Mephisto is spawning in with an exhaust on them, so you only have to do one burn attack into a Mephisto as opposed to two. The another character is going to be Ancient One, Falcon Joaquin, and Sasquatch. So 4 characters right now are spawning in with exhaust, so try to be mindful of when you place in your defense. I'm going to make a quick change while I'm doing this for you guys right now. Is I'm taking Mephisto off of defense. It's just going to make it a whole lot easier to take out a Mephisto when you can just do a one burn attack into him. Definitely want to give you guys a heads up about that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the Cosmic Crucible video you're about to watch. How's it going, everybody? The Seer here. We have the premiere of season 15 of Cosmic Crucible, and we're going against Fat Stats. Now, Fat Stats over here is 221 million TCP, and they do not have Xavier from the looks of it. So we'll see what happens. Stage 1 is kind of the standard-ish defense that we're seeing right now. It's a 2-piece Annihilators, at least a Thanos endgame. We have the Phoenix Force, Super Skrull. I don't have Gladiator in mind, but they put Gladiator in, so this is a pretty good defense as far as that goes. Stage 2, we have Night Stalkers with Scientist Supreme. This one's going to be pretty interesting because Scientist Supreme's going to ult. It's going to put the slows offense down on the Night Stalkers. That's going to flip because of Blades. So they're going to have the offense up, and that's going to cause a lot of assist on this team. That's what I have in my Stage 2 as well. Stage 3, they're going for Wanda's Revenge. They did throw in Omega Sentinel in here at overpowered 11, so G20 on there. So that's pretty interesting. Stage 4, we have Black Knight, Mephisto, Null, Shadow King, New Emma. This is the one I'm a little-ish worried about. Having that Mephisto in here on top of the Black Knight, and this is the room where everything's kind of that permanent damage with extra health and damage. This could go sideways very quickly on that one. Stage 5, they do have the full Thunderbolts team. It looks like they have a 5-star Victoria hand, 4 on Songbird, 4 on Hyperion, and 3 diamonds on the other 2. I'm curious how this is going to end up being. I'm not expecting too much because you do have to actually hit them for them to get that ability energy. The extra crit and focus, I'm curious how this is going to play out. I don't think it's going to be that impactful. Prove me wrong, right? Stage 6, we have Liberty with Lizard. Somebody actually corrected me. I initially had a Kahori in here, and they corrected me saying Falcon needs the opponent to go first, which I actually missed. So I did end up making that swap to Lizard as well. I saw Dorky Dad mention that, and I do like that idea. So my Kahori is an offense. So we're going to start with Stage 3, do our Kahori team. Let's get into it. All right, for Stage 3, we're going to end up doing our Kahori team. So we have Kahori, Guardian for offense up. We're just throwing in the 2 other Absolute A-Force members. I don't plan to use them elsewhere. And then I'm putting Kestrel in here just because they have that Quicksilver. So that's going to try to stop the summon from coming in. Basically, Kahori is going to basically special every single turn. That's probably going to kill everybody. The only one that might survive off the 2 of them could be Omega Sentinel. We'll find out if that ends up being the case. All right, so there's the passive shot, and now we're going to end up doing a special here. So there's one. There's the Retaliates coming in. We're in a special again. And that Vision legit, like, dodged all of those. Okay, he bled out. Okay. I was about to say that Vision better die from that. All right, for stage 6, we're gonna go in with Immortal X-Men. There are three overpowered 11s on here. There's that Lizard and there's the Captain Sam. Now I'm hearing reports that this room is bugged. Apparently the trauma is not being cleared on turn. So I want to do the Immortal X-Men here so that way I can try to use Storm's special, get trauma out there. I want to see if that ends up clearing in this. That's going to be a pretty good test, and it's a pretty good team to use into this. So let's go in. All right, so right off the bat, we're going to end up staying on the Lizard. We're going to use the special that's going to get the trauma, stun, slow. So there's 2 traumas out here right now, and it's that turn end. It should clear 1. Let's go into Peggy and special. So that actually extended to 3 traumas. Does it drop back down to 2? It didn't. Let's go into Falcon Joaquin's special. We're still sitting at 3 traumas. So yeah, the trauma's not dropping off on here. Bolt in here. Is that safeguard dropping? Because Storm has 2 safeguard right now. Let's do a basic. Storm still has 2 safeguards. The safeguard's not dropping either. All right, so that room's not working. Was actually clearing any of the positive effects. All right, for stage 4, we're going to end up using our Illuminati. We have Odin and Null. We're making Black Panther Shuri a skirmisher so we can try to get the charges off of the Black Knight. The Mephisto on turn 1, he's going to end up doing his special. So we don't have any form of pre-taunt, so this could kind of go badly depending on who he targets with that special. Hopefully he doesn't go for Odin. Let's go in. All right, so Mephisto went for Captain Britain. That's not trash. All right, so let's go ahead, target Black Knight in special. Charges is off. Taunt is still on. Why does Mephisto have an exhaust? What's with the exhaust in here? What's going on? Let's special, get safeguard up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, King Sheet. So Falcon Joaquin and Mephisto both get exhaust on spawn? I don't know what's going on. All right, enemy Null did the ult. We got some assistant. Let's special here. Get the battlefield effect out there. All right, let's special get Carnage out here. I'm gonna target Emma because she has taunt. All right, so Carnage got pushed. Shadow King did the special that protected us from Odin. All right, Black Knight's killed off. Man, that Emma Frost is scaring me. I'm worried she's just going to take out my Odin. All right, so he's gone. Let's ult into Mephisto, Null right here. He's gone. Basic. All right, so that's a one-shot in here. Definitely could have been bad RNG if they went into Odin. What happened to Shadow King? He was at like a 3rd health. He was still in yellow, and he fall over dead. I think he ran. All right, for stage 2 aggroed, we're going in with Cabal, Kang, Moonstone. I'm hearing this works pretty good against the Night Stalker Scientist Supreme, so we're going to give this a shot. Basically, Kang is going to go speed us all up. I switched Moonstone over to a skirmisher to try to make sure I can get the stun to land on here. So let's see how this ends up going. Now with the Kang, we don't want to special because that could get slow out there and that's going to get flipped, which Scientist Supreme does anyways. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so they're the offense up. Got flipped, so they have offense up on 2 characters. I think I still want a basic though. Just try to get through. Get me some crit. There's 1 crit. There's the assist coming in from the Cabal team, which is great. Let's try to get a stun into Blade. Reduce turn me with the highest damage, exclude the primary, mind control. Stun, yeah. That should reduce the turn meter by Oath. All right, let's go ahead, special into Oath. That's gonna flip. All right, Oath is taking her turn. That's not good. Agatha took her out. Let's target Agatha and ult here. All right, special. Let's get rid of Scientist. All right, so yeah, that could have gone sideways. We still lost someone, but it worked. All right, we're rolling the dice with Starjammers going into stage 1. I do not like this matchup. The reason being is Starjammers flips their vulnerables into regens, meaning we're not going to be getting the damage boost that normally comes out of this room. The reason I want to use this mainly due to that super scroll. We need to try to take him out. We need to dance around the Thanos endgame as well. The 4 red Omega Red Phoenix Force. That one I'm not too worried about at this time, but it is overpowered, so I do need to take that into account. So there's a lot of moving pieces on here. Let's see if we can finesse this win. All right, so they don't get the taunt, which is great. I'm going to go into the super scroll. Let's go ahead and special into him. All right, so there he gets killed off. Do I want to try to go all in on Thanos now? Ability block disrupt. Let's do that. Trauma. So here I can special. Let's not risk it. I don't want to push him yet. Because we have Rocket going. That's going to push him. Then we're going to have Lilandra going without the offense up. Now want the offense up. Go to him. This feels like bait, man. 6 vulnerables on Omega. That's what I'm looking at. The vulnerables on Omega. I want to take him out. We got an ability block on Thanos. All right, now let's push. And that Phoenix. No vulnerables on the Phoenix, but she's going to special. That's going to bring back. Clear. That's going to call the attack. Safeguard up as well. And here goes Thanos popping. Eight vulnerables on Gladiator's going to wipe me here. Yeah, that's about power for the course. All right, so let's keep Thanos endgame down. All right, so he's under 50%, so that's going to be easier cleanup. Yeah, it was Dark Phoenix. All right, we're going to do a little bit of science on here. So this one here, I actually don't think is going to be great. Basically, Songbird is going to end up going before a Silver Sable. Our Silver Sable, as long as she's able to use her ult, should do some pretty good damage due to the overpowered portion. But as soon as I hit the Hyperion, they're going to get turn meter and they're going to start blasting off. So I don't think this is going to work. I just want to see what happens on here, just so that we know for the future. All right, so Songbird's going. Evade saved me. That trauma's on us. Now we're going to end up using our ultimate. This is going to take the positive effects away. However, that Hyperion is going to give turn meter. That's going to cause Taskmaster to go, Ghost to go, Victoria Hand to go before a lot of our guys. All right, so there goes Victoria Hand healing them up. Songbird's killed off. Hyperion using his ult here. So right now we're looking okay. This is not going to scale well. That ghost right there is 3 diamond, just took out Punisher and Hitmonkey. Let's go into Victoria Hand. Since she's a healer, I want to get her killed off. Let's go into Taskmaster and Special. All right, so now we have Silver Sable. Let's Special. Special here. If she was a striker, that would have killed him. I have her as a raider right there. There goes Hyperion. See if we can take out Taskmaster here. Yeah, let's target here an ult. All right, so as far as the star levels goes on the Thunderbolts here, they had a 4 red Hyperion, 5 red Victoria Hand, 4 red Songbird. My characters, the 3 new ones are 6 red each, and I got 3 diamond on the 2 reworks. And you kind of see how bad this is going. Those dodges. Oof. All right, can Silver Sable get this? I don't think she is. Those counterattacks. All right, ult here. You guys remember when Ghost used to do this in War? It was awesome. Now it's doing it in Cosmic Crucible. All right. All right, for stage 1 cleanup, we're going in with Orcus Ultimus. Ultimus is going to ult turn 1 into the Gladiator right here. And then from there, we should be able to take out that Omega Red and finish off the Thanos endgame. Should be pretty straightforward on this one. All right, so Omega's doing his turn first. That's great. Let's Special here. Okay. Thanks, Nimrod. That helped. All right, going in for the cleanup on here. Let's go ahead, switch Green Goblin Classic over to a Raider. Basically, we just need to try to get through this Ghost on here and have her stop dodging us. Let's go in. All right, so let's go ahead and ult here. So there's the trauma heal block. Let's basic. There's a dodge. Let's go ahead and Special here. There we go. Thank you, Craven. Slit her throat. Oh my god. All right, so we did get a victory on our opening round of Cosmic Crucible. We got a 49,383. Fat Stats got a 48,582. So let's go ahead, check out the attacks on here. For stage 1, we did the Starjammers. This one here, I just didn't like. I kind of figured I'd end up dropping this one. Starjammers into the Phoenix Force Super Skrull Annihilators. 7968. We were able to clean that up using the Orcus Ultimus. Stage 2, we did Cabal, Kang, and a Moonstone. This worked really well for 8364. Shout out to Dorky Dad in chat telling me that this worked for them. So we did it for science and it worked really well. Stage 3, the Kahori team, 8372. That's kind of the thing about the stage 3 matchup is if you have Kahori on offense, try to put something in stage 3 that's going to stop the Kahori from actually going off like that. Stage 4, we did Illuminati, Odin, Null. This was into the Black Knight Mephisto team. This got us at 8354. Stage 5. Yeah, we attempted to do Vigilante. I knew this wouldn't work. I just wanted to see how bad it would go sideways. We killed everybody, and then Ghost decided to 1 versus 3 us. Easy cleanup, 7956. And stage 6, Immortal X-Men into the Liberty Lizard. Now this one here is bugged, like I mentioned, 8369. For stage 1 on my defense, they tried to do Vigilante. They killed everybody except for Omega Red, Phoenix Force, and Thanos. Then they did a Kahori cleanup, 7971. For stage 2, they did the same thing I did. Cabal, King, Moonstone. 8370. Stage 3, so they went in with Star Jammers, couldn't do anything. Then they did a Odin, Black Cat, Old Man Logan, Beta Ray Bill, Nightcrawler for the cleanup. So yeah, the extra exhaust on Mephisto definitely didn't help that. So Mephisto's getting exhaust on spawn, 7959. Stage 3, I found this one very interesting. They went in with a Kahori team, even had offense up on here, and they had to do a combat cancel. I'm not sure what happened here. They did Illuminati for the follow-up hit, 7963. Stage 5, they attempted to do a one-shot of Superior 6 Vulture, combat canceled on there. Then they went in with APOC, Dorm, Orcus, and Nimrod almost got wiped, 7950. And stage 6, they did the same thing I did, Immortal X-Men, 8369. So yeah, some of these rooms are definitely bugged, so I'm gonna make sure to put that at the intro of the video so you guys know what's going on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have one for the rest of the day.